Hello everyone, it's Ink here, and it's time for another marathon. Now, last time I proposed doing some more Star Trek stuff, basically comparing the various Star Trek factions across both Sacrifice of Angels 2 and Star Trek Commander 3, but I figured that I would take a little time out, because we have some other stuff to do. Very specifically, I have to show you the other Star Trek mod. Star Trek mod, Star Wars mod. I have Star Trek on the brain, I'm sorry. This is Thrawn's Ascendancy 2. This is a very different mod. In a lot of ways it's more conventional. You can see here that we are building our first capital ship, which is the Imperial 1 Star Destroyer, and unlike Sins of the Galactic Empire's fancy tricks with capital ships which basically don't have upgrades and all that sort of thing, this is all very standard. So, what are we doing? Today we're playing the Empire because I love the Empire, and because that will provide a good comparison with my current Sins of the Galactic Empire playthrough. And we're up against the New Republic. Now, Thrawn's Ascendancy has a very different faction layout than Sins of the Galactic Empire. Sins of the Galactic Empire has the Republic, the Confederacy, the Empire, the New Republic, and the Yuuzhan Vong. I feel like I might be missing one somewhere, but... oh, and the Rebel Alliance, yes, of course. Basically, the three great wars: Clone Wars, the Galactic Civil War, and then the Vong Wars. Thrawn's Ascendancy takes place pretty much strictly after the great. Pretty much takes place after the movies, ignoring Force Awakens and all of the Disney canon. The four factions here are the Imperial Remnant, the New Republic, and then two which you may have never heard of if you're not familiar with Star Wars canon. So let me just make sure that I'm building all the ships that I need. So we're getting some Carracks out, and I don't actually have the research to get anything else. So I'm going to get a mob of Lancers for anti-fighter support. Here we have our Imperial 2. And you can see that, Imperial 1 rather, the Conqueror. Now in Sins of the Galactic Empire, these had like the canon number of squadrons, the full 6. Here we only have the 2. But it functions much more like a normal capital ship in many ways. So we have probe droids, which is long-range scouting, tracked beam, overwhelm, which is a buff to damage output but a cost to shield regen, and then we have degrading systems, which is not actually a power, but basically the more damage ships in this particular mod take, the slower they go. I'm going to grab established garrison, and we are in a good spot. So,
Squad leader here.
Let's get our fleet assembled, and let's head out. So I've got a single strike cruiser, 2 Carracks, and 2 Lancers here. So let's go ahead and head to Mintuine. Now, another interesting thing about this particular mod, there are no random maps. All of them are canon-designed maps based upon Star Wars stuff. So we are in fact in the Mon Calamari sector. So there's a degree of predictability there, which is interesting. Alright, so let's take a quick look at our tech trees. So we've got first things that we can upgrade. We've got Fleet Command. Okay, so this is interesting. Here we have the logistics thing. So this in fact boosts both the supply and our command. As you can see here, we've actually got 4 capital ship crews available, so we can in fact just spam out a bunch more Imperial Star Destroyers. I'm going to get a second one because those are good, but then we're going to want to grab some more ranks in order to get access to some of the higher level ones, because the basic Imperial class is pretty decent, but we can do better. Let's see, there's the Imperial 2, there's the Fleet Tender. Oh yeah, this is an interesting thing. I believe that ships do not naturally regenerate. Yeah, there is no such thing as antimatter in this mod. Instead, you have fighter supply. If you recall from some of my other videos, when you produce fighters, it costs antimatter. And it basically, this mod takes advantage of that to basically force the situation. So you can see here that a Imperial 1 class Star Destroyer has a fighter supply of 72, which is canonical, 72 fighters. Alright, okay, Strike Cruiser's almost down, Carrot Cruiser, yeah, we're doing pretty well here. The Conqueror's taking a bit of damage, but it's not doing too badly. But the other thing is that fighter supply does not regenerate. You need ships specifically to do that. So that is why we have these Fleet Tenders. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the TIE Interceptor research. I'm going to want Golan 2s at some point, but I'm going to leave those aside just for now. And then down here we have the Holonet Transceiver, which is our culture station. So you can see that in some ways it's a lot more conventional, but at the same time it is still very different from something like, say, Star Trek Commander 3. Alright, let's shunt our fleet through. Lovely. Let's get some reinforcements going. I'm actually going to hold off on... going to grab one unit of TIE bombers. Oh lovely, the Conqueror has hit rank 2. So what are we going to do? Go ahead and grab Overwhelm. So all of these things just have cooldown times to work with.
Star Destroyer ready.
Lovely, so Arrow Oceanic. String not found. That's unfortunate. Oh, this actually has a planetary shield, so that's cool and interesting. Alright, so what do I want to do? We need some more research labs. So let's go ahead and grab a Civi one, because early Civi research is always good. So we've got some pretty small upgrades to our extraction rate down here. Research cost decrease. This is all culture stuff. Tax burden. Okay, here's the trade port, so we're going to need 3 civilian research to get to the trade port. This is always good to know. Okay, and here we have the Golan 1. So I'm going to drop a Golan just right there. Foreign affairs, so we've got the Lambda, but that's not really going to be a big thing. Oh, and instead of the usual logistics tab, we've got a quick reference to what things look like. As you can see that there's some very different icons at work here, but it's just something which you kind of have to get used to. Alright, so all the usual upgrades. Lovely. Geosteel extractors.
Star Destroyer ready.
Alright. We've done a fair amount of exploration over here. Here we have the New Republic capital. So let's move over here. Keep working, keep working. We should get some more scouts up though. So move scouts. Lovely. Alright. So things we can do, we can grab the research for Ton Falks to get some more fighters up in the air, but I'm a little reluctant to do that until we have the ability to resupply, which we'll be able to get pretty soon, but not just yet. Okay, specifically we're going to need another military lab, and we're a little starved for resources, so I'm not overly keen to juggle things. I'll sell one to get another military lab. But then we have our fleet moving into position.
Destroyer here.
Lovely, we actually have room for our TIE Interceptor Squadron. Okay, so go ahead and grab a rank of Overwhelm there.
Destroyer
And the Conqueror can grab a rank of... what do we want? Go ahead and grab another rank of Overwhelm.
Planet upgrade complete. We have found an apt site for further operations.
Alright, so this is going to be a slightly scary
Moving to
planet.
sector.
They have Victory Star Destroyers, Vindicators, Carracks. Okay, that's not actually as bad as I was expecting, but we should still be careful. You can see that, like in Star Trek Armada 3, culture automatically flips out. So we're already finding something of a balancing point. All of these worlds around here we're going to be able to very comfortably deal with. Oh, they've got a Victory 2 here.
Captain reporting.
So yeah, lock on and let's take out that Victory 2 ASAP. Apparently these belong to Warlord Zinj, which will not mean a great deal to you unless you are familiar with the Rogue Squadron series. We've got some Carracks, a Strike Cruiser, we've got a Vindicator up there, and a Lancer. Not a Lancer. They've got a fair number of ships, but we've still got 2 Star Destroyers, so I'm not overly worried. Alright, so we do have the upgrade for Scimitar bombers available to us, which could be fun. We also have Dreadnought and Strike Cruiser Research. So let's take a quick look at what those actually do.
Planet upgrade complete.
So, cruisers. That's the fleet tender. There's the Dreadnought cruiser. So, pretty tough, decent amount of damage output. And the Strike Cruiser is down here. It's a bit more fragile, a bit cheaper. It's basically the little brother in a way. I'm sure that there's more to it than that. And in fact, let's see, we do actually have some... I thought we had a Dreadnought here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Dreadnought Cruiser. So it has orbital bombardment, the overwhelm power, and enhanced targeting. So I think a lot of these ships actually have their own fancy little special abilities which they can do. So like here we've got Ionic Disruption. Disrupt enemy electrical systems, reducing firing rates. So here you can see that that's taking hefty penalties from all the stuff. Part of that is from the amount of damage it's taken. Again, the deteriorating systems thing. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Tractor Beam. And part of that is from the ion cannon fire, which it's taking. Lovely. Alright, let's go ahead and establish a garrison here on Rosto.
Moving to sector.
Alright. And this is Mon Calamari itself, which is pretty well defended. We'll want to be a little careful with that. Okay, so over here, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Civic Research Station, which should get us the 3 we need in order to unlock trade ports. Lovely. Boost tax income, but penalty to growth rate. That seems like a fairly decent exchange. And then there's also more installation down here, but that's kind of expensive, so we don't want to rush into that. Logistics, so drop a trade port there. Lovely. Okay, do we have any room for expansion here? Come out of that. No, we don't. This is fully upgraded. Go figure. Okay, so we've taken Roisto. Go ahead and grab a couple of ranks there.
Star Destroyer ready.
Alright, let's move back here.
scanners to full.
You can see the ships here are moving at a decent clip. Go ahead and grab tracked beam for the Conqueror. You can also see that we're completely out of fighter supply. So we are going to need to fix that somehow and at some point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to juggle some resources a little bit, grab another military lab, and that will give us access to the fleet tender once we have the resources for it. That's not going to happen anytime real soon, but one step at a time. Well, we do have another Tibanna asteroid here, though, so that's something we can work on. Alright, so we do actually have our Moose Scout heading forward.
New actual reporting. Star Destroyer ready.
Okay, that's weird. So the Moose Scouts and this are actually... several Moose Scouts have actually joined this fleet, which is not really what we wanted them to do, so... I'm going to tell you to forcibly leave.
Captain reporting. New actual reporting.
Leave fleet.
Ready for ground assault.
You're a Sentinel dropship, so I don't care about you.
Scanners online.
And you need to leave the fleet as well. There we go.
Star Destroyer ready.
Okay, that should help to stop messing around with that. Okay, so where are we? This is Reginald. So we can sweep around, grab this, and then grab this, and then we can move back and start claiming. Probably grab Mon Calamari if we can. So how are we looking? Doing pretty well on our military. Everything else is kind of falling behind, so do need to be a little careful. Okay, I'm actually going to grab another Imperial one. So we're doing pretty well here. I don't think we've actually taken any losses yet. The rank. Overwhelm. Lovely. So I think we should be, if we get like a few escort ships for another one, then we can look at maybe pushing out and grabbing Pamant, for example. That's not very well defended. So we should go ahead and grab a few support ships. Carrot cruisers are the obvious choice. They're nice and cheap, and decently effective.
Captain reporting.
Okay, so what do we have left? We've got a very badly damaged Victory, which is about to die. We've got a strike cruiser, and we've got a couple of carrot. No, those are Lancers. Lovely. This is a very pretty mod. And there goes the Lancer. So,
Destroyer ready.
commence the invasion.
New actual reporting.
Did you leave the fleet? Damn it.
Commander here.
Okay, yep, we're fine. Okay. Okay, let me grab a rank fleet command. Just get that on the way. Okay, so we do have the option to grab Victory Star Destroyers. Let's take a quick look at what those will give us. So, this is a bigger, scarier, and heavier ship in general.
Stormtroopers have secured a planet.
Notably, it also has fighters. So that could be worth looking into. They're a bit more expensive, but they're going to be a definite upgrade over Dreadnoughts. Speaking of which, we've got another planet claimed, so head over to Eridicon 4. Grab some upgrades. There we go. We do actually have another asteroid to build on here. There we go. Cool. Alright, so what else is going on? We do need to get fleet tenders at some point. Otherwise, let's see. We have the Executor sitting there. We've got the Sovereign up there. Yeah, in this mod, the Executor is the less scary version. We have the Sovereign class, which is basically the little brother of the Eclipse class. And yes, that is something to be scared of. The Eclipse was the Emperor's flagship in the Dark Empire series. It was a supercharged Star Destroyer which had a built-in super laser, which was all kinds of fun. And the Sovereign was basically a smaller and slightly less powerful version of that. Now we are doing a marathon game, which may or may not spread over 2 episodes, I'm not sure. So I doubt we're going to get to a Sauron. We might try and get to an Executor. Although that is not going to be cheap. Even the research is 6,000 credits, so that's a thing. Now in terms of other capital ships, we have the Imperial II here. We have the Altor Fleet Tender. And there's the Allegiance class. Are those all the capital ships we have? I think that might be. Oh no, we've got the Torpedo Sphere as well. Which you may remember from Sins of Galactic Empire, in fact, as a basically a siege frigate. Alright, so things we can do. We should grab a trade port, because we're falling a little behind on grabbing trade ports. Let's get another military lab. Do want to grab a trade port here, so yeah, we can sell off some Durasteel and grab trade port there. Lovely. And that will start getting that up and running. Now if we take a quick look at the defense tree, which we've kind of ignored. Refueling station. We'll probably want to invest in this. This will give us another way to resupply fighters. Oh, Stalwart has hit rank 4. Let's just focus in on tractor beam for that.
Destroyer here.
Okay, they've got a Vindicator up there. Yeah, we're not even slightly threatened. It looks like they're mainly focusing fire on our Star Destroyers, and it's not going so well for them. The Conqueror's nearly at half shields, but we have way more firepower than they could hope to match. Meanwhile, down here we have the Steadfast. So give me 1 of each there. And establish garrison. Alright, I want to get... what do I want to get? I'm going to grab the Victory Star Destroyer research. Then down here, the Hypervelocity Gun, the Golan 3, Naval Command Station, Assailus Civilian Station. That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't played a great deal of Thrawn's Ascendancy. It's the... So you'll have to give me if I'm sort of feeling around as I go along. But the general theme that I'm getting is that Sins of Galactic Empire kind of tries to get the scale. There's a lot of very big ships, a lot of massive economic setups, whereas the economy for Thrawn's Ascendancy is more akin to the base game, but the ships themselves have some interesting details to them. This is, in a way, the Sacrifice of Angels of the two. Whereas Sins of Galactic Empire, although it's not a perfect comparison, is more like Star Trek Armada 3. And that it's less subtle. There's definite quirks which you have to get used to, but there's a fair amount which you can play with still. Okay, we have Victory Star Destroyer research coming up. Gonna grab the Ton Falk research, because like I said, I need the fleet tenders.
Stormtroopers have secured a
And then... Okay, yes, I can afford to get a few victories. Okay, so 3 Victory Star Destroyers will provide a nice secondary colonization fleet. We have claimed Eridicon 4, so the Conqueror's fleet is going to head over to Mon Calamari. And down here, the Steadfast, once we have some more reinforcements, is going to head to Pamond. So, let's see. Over here, lovely. The 2 basic upgrades, which gets rid of all of our development costs. Okay, just trade some resources around a little bit. That gets us another Tabana extractor. How are we looking for income? We've got 17.7, 3.7, and 2.6. Cool. That's not too bad actually.
victory cruiser ready.
Lovely. We have our victory cruiser coming up.
Victory cruiser
Look at the
ready.
thing go. All right. What do I want? I'm gonna go ahead and grab TIE Interceptors, and then here you can see that it has orbital bombardment and rating systems.
Planet upgrade complete.
Lovely. 18.3.
Moving to sector.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So grab a trade port here.
Hyperspace jump complete.
Just complete this little ring. Unless we sacrifice a research station and put it elsewhere, then we're not going to be able to get a trade station here. Probably will be worth doing that at some point, but for right now, other priorities. So we've got...
Victory cruiser ready.
There we go, that's 2 victories, 2 Carracks, and an Imperial class available to us. So,
Squadron checking in.
gonna go ahead and send them on to Pamond. And we're going to get another unit of TIE Interceptors. Lovely. Okay, so gonna grab Fleet Tender Research. Then we do want to look at getting the Victory 2 at some point. I think that's probably going to be a mainstay for our sub-capitals. And we do want Scimitar Research at some point as well, because we don't want to keep using the same old-fashioned fighters all the time. Let's take a quick look at this. That's pretty.
Victory cruiser ready.
Yeah, that's a nice sound effect. Okay, lovely, and we've got our 3rd Victory Cruiser.
Victory cruiser ready.
I'll give that to 1 TIE Bombers. Just balance out a little bit. Cool, how are we looking? Okay, so we have the Fleet Tender on the way. And I'm gonna... let's see... they're over here. So they're a little squishy, and they don't have much in the way of turbo lasers. But let's get a few of those. Let's get 3. These are actually kind of cool because you can build them with multiple different variations. Like being able to resupply fighters is the obvious one, but there are other things we can do with it. So that will offer some nice opportunities.
Destroyer here.
Alright, so let's focus fire on the Strike Cruiser. Meanwhile, the Conqueror is in position to wipe out this Lancer very handily. Yeah, you can see the weapon cooldown debuff which it's getting from the Carrack Cruiser's ion cannons. Yep, you dead. Lovely. Focus on the Dreadnought Cruiser. That's going to be the main threat. Okay, looking good, all looking very good. Okay, so let's see, what can we do down here? We're kind of starving for Tabana, so we should be a little careful about how much we drop into that. But we can go ahead and grab your steel production. That's going to be nice and cheap. It doesn't really affect it all that much, but I'll take it. I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Like these upgrades seem pretty terrible compared to what they are in a lot of games, but a lot of mods rather. But I wonder if it's something to do with the Assailus here. Interestingly enough, the Assailus is actually a star base technically, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so that's a boost to things. Here we have planetary shields, high velocity guns. Nice. Alright, okay. So we've taken out the last ship down there, and we haven't even taken any damage. This is ridiculous.
Moving to sector.
Beware the Imperial fleet. Alright, how are we doing up here? Conqueror's taken a fair bit of damage. Stalwart is basically untouched. This Victory 2 is almost dead. Yeah, Conqueror's shields are almost down, but we've taken out most of the fleet. I've got a strike cruiser there. That Dreadnought's probably the last real threat that they have, but soon we'll be able to focus fire on it. Okay, we should have our fleet tenders done, so yeah, let's take a look. So we've got fighter resupply, or fighter support. Refit this ship with better fighter, keep infrastructure allowing to field an additional squadron. So they have one by default. I'm actually going to give all of these guys TIE interceptors. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure why we wouldn't want to just go ahead and give all of these fighter support module, but maybe there's something which I'm missing. Anyway, we have the upgrade for Imperial 2s available to us, so we're going to send our fighter tenders, our fleet tenders through here. All the usual stuff. Drop a trade port there. Lovely.
Destroyer here.
Okay, and then we've got Manton is the next real target. So we're going to go ahead and go down there.
Destroyer here.
Okay, we have claimed Mon Calamari, or we might as well have done. Cool. How are we looking? Okay, so we're technically still behind on everything except our military. I'm not sure how we're managing that, but you know what? Military supremacy is good, so... all the usual upgrades, trade port. Then I want a military lab there. Lovely.
Captain reporting.
Hello. Ferret. This is a New Republic scout ship.
Moving to sector.
So yeah, we have officially brushed against New Republic territory. I would not be surprised to find out that they have taken Pinperu. So we have this fleet down here, the Steadfast, getting in position to take Manton. Up here, I think I will hold the Conquest's position and get ready for an invasion of Pinperu. In the meantime, I'm going to drop a goal on 1 there. You can see that the balance of power is very interesting. Like, these are very powerful, and they only take up 1 tactical slot, and they're pretty cheap as well, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. There might be some hidden numbers at work, but either way, I figure we can make this work. Alright, over here, we do have our research done, so we're going to grab an Imperial 2.
Hyperspace jump complete. Planet upgrade complete.
Lovely. Okay, gonna grab another rank of military research. Like that puts us on 6, so that gives us access to Executor, Altor Fleet Tender, the TIE Defender, and the Allegiance. As well as some other stuff down here. So I've got bombing research, shock and awe. Ooh. Okay, I may have to grab that like now, because that's kind of impressive. Yes, this is the damage boosters. Allows the creation of ships almost as fast as the rebel scum can destroy them. Yeah, so you can see that the Imperial tech tree and everything about it is very focused on making things blow up, essentially.
Star Destroyer ready.
Let's grab some TIE bombers. Lovely. So you can see that our fleet tenders went ahead and upgraded themselves to get a second squadron. And something. Oh yeah, that's our victories, spitting out all those missiles. But yeah, the Imperial Navy is very much about getting in there, hitting hard, and overwhelming people with sheer force, which kind of fits, even if it is the Imperial Remnant. Okay. Spread fire, additional bank targets. Wow. Alright then. Missile interference. Denting strike. Ooh. That's pretty nasty, actually. That is a reason to grab strike cruisers. Field training, Thrawn doctrine. Boost to frigates. Okay, seriously, what's this about? Are there heroes in this game as well? Like, there is theoretically a way somewhere. Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We get the Galaxy Gun. Now, if you haven't read Dark Empire, let me explain. The Galaxy Gun was the second most scary superweapon that the Empire ever developed. And the first one wasn't the Death Star. The Galaxy Gun was basically all the firepower of the Death Star at long range. Instead of a beam weapon, it fired missiles which could track just about anywhere across the galaxy, hit like a truck. Lovely, we have our Imperial 2. And potentially destroy an entire planet. Oh, hello.
Captain reporting. En route.
Okay, the Steadfast has taken a bit of a pounding. I'm not feeling super confident about this fight. Especially with all of these other ships coming in as well. Alright, yeah, we're gonna pull back here.
Moving to sector. This is the captain.
Move the Liquidator into support. Okay, numerical superiority, additional fighters, tractor beam, or overwhelm. So, powers aren't terribly inventive. There's a lot of stuff which is you're going to see over and over. Speaking of which, let's get another Imperial 2. I'm going to go ahead and drop the rally point here. So how are we looking? Yeah, the Intrepid is pushing forward. MC-80B. Alright, so we don't have any existing defenses to fall back on. Let's see, we didn't actually get the refueling station research, which is stupid. We should get that. And we should also get the Sailus station research. Alright, so grab the repair platform. Our fighter wings are heading back to engage. But it looks like the rebels are just pulling straight back out. You can see they have an assault frigate, which is a cute little design. It's basically a dreadnought which has had a bunch of extra stuff taped onto it. Which means that it's simultaneously very, very rebel and very advanced in the same way, in a kind of wonky fashion. It's like the dreadnought's an ancient ship, and the whole idea of retooling stuff to make it better is kind of a rebel thing. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a rank of overwhelm there as well. Alright, and let's see, Titan Foundry research. Titan Foundry is 2,000, it'll cost 6,000 just to get the research, and I can't even access that panel, so... what do we want to do? We could get the Allegiance research, we could get immobilizers, the Altor Fleet Tender. What do I want to do? Choices. Alright, what I'm going to do is... let's go for broke. We're going to go ahead and trade around the resources and grab the Executor research. Because unless the Executor is ludicrously expensive, I think we have a decent shot at being able to get it. So, we've got one Imperial 2. Lovely. The refueling station is not done, but the Steadfast is being repaired pretty nicely. Let's take a punt at Pinprove, see what's going on over here.
All ahead full.
We should probably grab a shipyard of some kind over here. Whoa, those are expensive. Yeah, I forgot that. Shipyards are a big deal in Thrawn's Ascendancy. You do not build them lightly. They're kind of fragile, and I mean, just look at that. The Titan Foundry is cheaper. Just to put that in perspective. Okay, how are we looking? Assault frigate, 2 Nebula MBs, an MC-90, 3 Quasar carriers, and 2 MC-40s.
Destroyer here.
Alright, focus fire on that assault frigate. Let's see what we can do here. And I want to get a refueling station up, just for when we get back. You can see that the way the map is laid out, hyperspace trips are very short.
Destroy that target.
Yeah, they've got a fair number of X-Wings and E-Wings coming in, but I have a lot of Lancers, so I'm not super worried. We dropped a tracked beam on this assault frigate, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And we've almost taken out its shields, and then it'll be dying in pretty short order. But the MC-40s have got into range, and they have their MC-90 here as well. And that is a scary piece of kit, which I really do not have the firepower to take on. Also, it looks like this is a tank, because I saw its damage output go through the floor, but its shield restore rate just skyrocketed, so... I could probably do something here, but I'm going to pull back. Not worth risking our Star Destroyers. Not under the circumstances. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Titan Foundry. Lovely. So, how much how much do these cost? Funnily enough, the Sovereign is arguably cheaper. It costs a little more metal, but it costs less less credits. On the other hand, just comparing those, the Executor has way more baseline firepower and it's a lot tougher. On the other hand, the Executor, the Sovereign, has a super laser.
Our supporting fleet is moving to attack.
Lovely.
Star Destroyer
So, fleet's in position, and the refueling station is good to go. It can restore fight supply and hull repair, which is good actually, because I forgot that we actually completely ran out of fighter supply with these things. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to grab a second refueling station. Okay, we've got another rank here, so I'm going to grab a rank of tractor beam.
Star Destroyer
And steadfast, yeah, looking good here. So we've got 3 Star Destroyers, 3 victories, 2 Carracks, and some fleet tenders there. And over here we have 2 Imperials, a Dreadnought, 6 Carracks, and 4 Lancers. So we could actually do with some reinforcements here. But over here, a quick look at our thing. So this uses 2 command and 5 supply, so that's not actually much of a problem. So another rank of fleet command. And then literally it's just a case of waiting until I have the resources, which is not going to take all that long. I need 200 Tibanna. That's as low as I can go. Alright. And I need... Okay. And you can see we're already almost there. Which is the scary thing.
facility is complete.
Now, once we have the Executor, that's going to be pretty much GG. Or so I hope, anyway. Hello. A couple of MC-40s, a assault frigate, and a couple of Nebulon Bs. Yeah, not super worried. Would you stop chasing the frigates? Okay, this is going to be more of a problem.
Moving to sector.
So I think, yeah, we might have to just sacrifice our
Destroyer here.
our repair stations, but let's move our other fleet up. Let's grab a couple of Golan ones there, just to provide pretty much token support, I guess. But we do want to look at getting some higher ranked defensive structures. Actually, pull out of that for a moment. I believe if I juggle some resources for a moment.
Research complete.
There we go. Okay, Executor underway.
Captain reporting.
Okay, yeah, you can see that they're busy killing the refueling stations. Which is not a major deal. It's delaying them, and it will give our second fleet time to get into position. Okay, yeah. Now we're falling behind, so now there's reason to be a little worried. So we're gonna grab
Destroyer here.
another Golan over there, and drop a repair platform, wow, in the middle there. So we've got TIE Interceptors moving out. The Eradicator has a rank. I'm going to go ahead and let's get numerical superiority, and get another squadron of TIE Interceptors, because I'm a little worried about all those rebel fighters. It's not something they're short on. Speaking of which, I should grab scimitars.
Captain reporting.
And then eventually I should look at getting TIE Defenders and just mob up on those, because TIE Defenders are amazing. Okay,
Star Destroyer
here we go.
ready.
We have a sandwich ready.
Star Destroyer ready.
So, focus fire on that MC-90. Let's try and... actually no, that's stupid.
Moving to sector.
MC-90 is just a damage sponge, so...
Destroy them.
If we want Fleet 2 to come in behind and kill these Quasar carriers, and just try to ignore the Mon Calamari ships, because they're just a distraction. They're going to take way too long to kill. We want to take out all of their support. Meantime, we've got our interceptors and bombers coming in nicely. Our fleet tenders are doing what they can. They try so hard. Okay, the Conqueror is actually taking some pretty hefty damage, so I'm going to pull that back. We may lose that. I mean, if so, it's not a huge deal.
Deploying to sector.
Pull back, pull back. Yeah, okay. We still have a lot of ships here. We've got them outflanked, and we've actually taken down the shields of several of their big ships. The Emancipator's dying. Harbinger's taking a bit of a pounding. Illustrious is slowly dying, and a lot of their support fleet is being wiped out. Okay, second fleet. Let's see, focus fire on the Emancipator. First fleet. Okay, the Liquidator. Another rank of overwhelm, please. Focus fire on those Quasar fires. They're kind of low priority, but I really want to get rid of all their fighter support. Second one. Lovely. Another rank of overwhelm.
Destroyer here.
Okay, yeah, Fleet 1, keep firing on the Illustrious. Fleet 2, kill that assault frigate. Fleet Tenders are doing work, actually. Kind of impressed they haven't died yet. Alright, escape pod is dying. I don't know what the escape pod does, but it's about to die anyway. No survivors. Wipe them out, all of them. Alright,
Squadron checking.
we are actually going to unite our two fleets here.
All batteries.
Engage and destroy. Take out that MC-80. I kind of want Allegiant research. Okay, so something which we should have done a while ago, but just kind of left to one side. Let's see, I need the Starbase Constructor. I'm actually going to get a couple of those, because I want to get some Assailus up. I'm not sure what their deal is, but I want to find out. Okay. Focusing fire on the Harbinger. The Nebulon B's got out, but the Harbinger is... Okay, that's charging up its hyperdrive. Yeah, it got out.
Star Destroyer ready.
So, we have taken a bit of punishment.
Deploying to
I
sector.
was going to chase, but it looks like they want to come play down here, so... We don't get to do that. So sad. Okay, Starbase Constructor. We've got Naval Command. And we have a Sailus Civilian.
A new facility is
Maximum number of starbases in this gravity well?
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Rebel forces moving on the core worlds. Admiral Tolwyn has issued martial law on Bis, Corellia.
Super
Hello.
Star Destroyer ready.
troops and ordnance loaded, awaiting orders.
Ah, we're gonna have great fun, you and I.
Moving in.
Okay.
Troops and ordnance loaded, awaiting orders. 6-4 is on mission.
Alright.
All ahead full.
We have the Super Star Destroyer Tyrannic.
Research complete.
Give me time scepters.
Yes, my lord.
Now, numerical superiority and concussion barrage. Apparently I'm not allowed to do more than that. I'm not sure if this is just like a bug in the way that the executor works. It's literally not allowed to do more than that, but I guess we will find out. In the meantime, just look at that turbo laser damage. Isn't it glorious? Alright. Yeah, and we only get the one.
All sections at your command, my lord. Super Star Destroyer ready.
Alright. And yeah, they suddenly don't want to play because they just saw the Tyrannic.
Yes, my lord.
You're gonna have a bad day, guys. Bad day. Alright. So, we can't build more executors, but we can get some allegiance. Which seems like a good deal. The allegiance seems to be... The big deal with the allegiance seems to be about... let's see, did this one... no, this one didn't get going, but if I juggle some resource around, yeah, there we go. The allegiance seems to be the Star Destroyer tank, and we did lose a Star Destroyer in the last engagement, so I do want to be a little bit careful about that. Alright, so the Assailus, what's the deal here? Hangar capacity, trade facilities, auxiliary government, holonet transceiver, structural integrity, and pacification. Boosts allegiance. That's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm really confused. I'm not sure why... Oh wait, maybe... I have a feeling that this thing here counts as... counts as a starbase. So, if I take a quick look here... It's a planet defense, both military and cultural, and this is additional stuff there. Alright, so if I do some stuff there, defensive specialization.
Times of war are upon us.
Wow, that is actually one of the voice lines from the base game.
Good day, Commander.
It's one of the TEC ships, though I don't remember which. So here we go, Allegiance class Star Destroyer. No hangars. Instead we have Tractor Beam, Imperial Favor. As it fires, increase its firing speed by up to 15%. Bonus falls off after 5 seconds of not firing. That's cool. Close Quarters. Calculates microjump to its target and upon exiting hyperspace directs power to its weapons. And those are the fancy things it gets. So I'm going to go ahead and get Imperial Furor. So this is not a tank. It's just really hard to kill, which I am also okay with, to be honest. I am not going to complain. Alright, let me grab the TIE Defender Research and the Altor Fleet Tender.
A new facility is complete.
Alright, so take a quick look down here. Galaxy Gun. Has this actually finished doing the thing? Yes, it has. So what has this actually done? So maximum health.
Times of war are
Wait,
upon
that's... Oh, I see. That's a buff to the planet. That's interesting. Okay.
Hyperspace hyperspace jump complete.
Alright, next question. Where's my galaxy gun research? It's right there. Alright, so I need some more planetary research. Oh, hello.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
You know what, if you really want to push through here, then I'm gonna let you. I bet that I can kill your stuff faster than you can kill mine. You have a handful of Nebulan Bs. You've got a decent, you've got an MC-80 there, and you've got a heavily damaged MC-80 there. Okay, Golan 2, Golan 3. Juggle some resources. Okay, I do actually need a tactical upgrade here. Let me grab that quickly. I'll be right with you. Okay, queue up a Golan 3 there. TIE Defender research is complete. Alright. Anytime you're ready.
Moving to sector.
Just look at the size of this thing. Isn't that just the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Alright, so they have an assailer station as well. That's not really particularly scary because it's not that well armed and it's not that well defended. In fact, if I'm not much... yeah, that's 4,000 shields, 4,000 hull. That's kind of terrible. I'm just going to push straight in and commence planetary bombardment. If you want to come get me, then you are welcome to try. Yep, they really want to come for me. Whatever floats your boat. I've got a nice little fighter scrimmage going on here. Actually, zoom in. Yay! Yeah, you may have noticed when I was zooming in Sins of a Galactic Empire that you couldn't see the ships, the fighters. There's a reason for that. They're not actually modelled, because otherwise it would just break the game, because there's potentially way too many going on. Okay, Liquidator has another rank. Give me a tractor beam. And the Eradicator, give me a tractor beam as well.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Okay, yeah, we've got the Devastator coming in.
Good day.
And we've got the Dauntless on the move as well. You should grab close quarters.
All sections at your command.
Okay, so we may lose the Liquidator, but I'm not super worried, because like I said, I have the Tyrannic. Oh man, I cannot wait until I get one of these things in Sins of Galactic Empire. I mean, be honest, everyone. The first time that you saw Empire Strikes Back and saw this looming mass of the Executor, can you honestly tell me that you weren't thrilled? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. Yep, Devastator leapt in and is happily murdering stuff. Let's just move the Tyrannic forwards. You don't need to be that far back, don't be shy. Let's grab Expulsion, because that seems fun. Gonna grab various upgrades along the way. We have a rank. Not on the Tyrannic yet, though. Makes me sad. Devastator, though, is rank 3. All those weapon systems. Like, it doesn't even have turrets model. It just all those batteries firing away. Makes me so happy.
All sections at your command.
Okay, yeah, they're running away. And I think I will let them. I will be merciful. Commence bombardment of planet Mantan.
A new facility is complete.
Okay, I want one or two. Let's grab 2 Altor fleet tenders. Because I'm not super worried about the amount of firepower we have. But these are nice and tough, and they've got a bunch of useful abilities, so we will do that thing. Speaking of doing things, I should get Victory 2 research.
One of our systems is under attack.
Okay, we actually have our goal on 3 done. What are you doing? Looks like they're trying to work out what they're doing. They're not really sure. But we have our goal on 3 up. It's taken damage, but it's active, in theory. We should drop a refueling station there. Gonna grab a couple of golden ones for
Altor actual reporting.
flanking boosts.
Good day, Commander.
We have more ranks here, so let's get some more tractor beams.
Star
Because I
Destroyer
don't want
ready.
you escaping me. Let's grab a rank of established garrison, because I'm not actually sure if we have any more
Destroyer here.
ships still active. Okay, yeah. Ooh, the Eradicator took a bit of punishment there. But the good news is we have
Altor
our
actual
Altor
reporting.
up and running. So grab a unit of interceptors. Wow, it has a self-destruct. I did not call that. We're gonna go for repair because I'm pretty sure.
Facility is complete.
Yeah, we still have our fleet tenders here. Yeah, and they're still fully loaded, so not super worried. Cooldown time of 120 seconds, so there we go. Cool.
Moving to work area.
Yeah, this is actually our cue to start switching things around, so we're going to do what the Empire never did, and we're going to mass produce TIE Defenders. Although not everything can use TIE Defenders, so I'm going to finish up with interceptors.
Got a job for me?
Yeah, that's the fleet tenders, in fact. Fleet tenders cannot use defenders, which kind of makes sense.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Alright, here we go. TIE Defenders. The meanest one of the meanest starfighters ever produced. You're building a Golan. How cute.
Moving to work area.
There we go. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, we have both fleet tenders in position, so let's move them through. Another set of interceptors. And let's see, yeah, once again we're going to go with repair. Two decent repair tools will help keep the fleet up and running nicely. How are we doing over here? Golden 3 is actually almost dead, which is unfortunate. It is slowly being repaired, but there's only so much we can do against this fleet. It's not particularly big, but they've got enough going. Actually, I don't know, they've only got 2 Nebulon Bs and 2 MC-80s left, so I think we might be able to beat this off. Yeah, this is actually gaining health at this point, so not super worried. Ferrets, again, not too worried. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to kill this. I was wondering why this wasn't dying. But I was like, oh yeah, that's something that starbases do. Okay, so over here. Holonet transceiver, trade facilities. What's the allegiance on this place? 100%. I wonder if that actually pushed up to 130%. That would be amusing. Would you like some turbo lasers? Because we have some turbo lasers for you.
Moving to work area.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason these allegiants are really dark. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that, but it means they stand out, I guess. Alright, let's see, what else can we do? I mean, I was going to get more basic ships, but honestly, there's no real reason not to just stack up on like big star destroyers, because I'm drowning in command crews, and I don't have that much fleet supply to use. So, sure. Do we want Imperial 2s or do we want Allegiance? Let's go with Imperial 2s. Well, one Imperial 2, we can only fit in one. Rally points. Can I actually set a rally point on a ship? I'm not sure if I can. Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. I did not know I could do that. You learn something every day. Okay, so the Accelis station is down, so need to quickly finish work there. We are not getting the self-destruct power for these things, because why would I? Protect is cool. I'm not sure how much mileage I'm actually going to get out of it in practice, but whatever. Okay, so I want to be better at bombarding people, because like I'm the Empire. That's kind of my thing. And then let's see. Let's juggle some resources around. I need Tabana actually. I'm really stuffed for Tabana. Okay, so not civilian. I want military labs. 1 and 2. Which puts us up to 8. Which means that theoretically, before we finish this game, we might actually get to fire the Galaxy gun. That'll be fun, won't it? Okay. Get our TIE defenders up. A rank of Overwhelm.
sections at your command, my lord.
Destroyer here.
Steadfast has another rank. Still can't get probe droids. Make me sad.
Deploying
Alright,
to
colonize
sector.
Mantan.
Stormtroopers have secured the planet.
Lovely. Let's move.
All ahead full.
Alrighty, what we're going to do is we're actually going to speed up game speed a little bit. Because at this point we're pretty much just playing with toys. Like theoretically we are behind on colonization, and actually we're equal on colonization at this point, but we've thoroughly murdered them on everything else. I did actually set this on hard difficulty in theory, but I have a feeling that it might be necessary to push it up a little higher on this mod, so just something to bear in mind if you're playing it.
Plotting jump coordinates.
I'll grab a tracked beam on here, why not?
Moving to sector.
I actually have a
Moving
Golem
to
2,
work area.
Golem 1 here, which I completely failed to notice. That's embarrassing.
Moving to work area.
Okay. Oh, hello.
Star Destroyer ready.
They have a fleet.
With
Is that even allowed? That's an Endurance class fleet carrier. And somehow I still count as being in the lead. Whoa, the Tyrannic's taking a lot of damage. That's actually kind of scary. Concussion barrage. Numerical superiority. Give me more defenders.
A dreadnought has lost its shields. All ahead full.
Okay, both our allegiances are kind of... well, we've lost an allegiance. Our Imperial 2 is dying. The Executor has lost its shields. We're losing a bunch of stuff. This is a massive fleet that they've assembled here. And in fact, you know what? Yeah. Fuel cells detonated.
Altor actual reporting. Moving to work area. Critical damage.
Okay, that wasn't actually as effective as I was hoping. So it looks like we're about to lose our Super Star Destroyer. And, let this be a lesson to everyone. Don't get cocky with your toys. Just because you have a Super Star Destroyer doesn't mean it's necessarily going to murder everything in its path. And I mean, I could pull out, and I could recover, and, I mean, I'm not short on resources. I could continue this game, but we're hitting the 1 hour 20 minute mark thereabouts. Bye-bye. And this has been a pretty good overview of the mod, so I think I'm going to pause there. And yeah, this really teaches me a lesson about famous last words, because I like saying, yeah, this has been really easy. Maybe I should push the difficulty up. Haha. Yep. Spot the dumbass. Alright. So, yes, next week there'll be more Sons of the Galactic Empire. I'm not sure when the Stellaris series will continue. I kind of need to coordinate schedules with Gribbler. And work has made that a little awkward, but it will happen eventually. Actually, you know what I'll do before I finish off? Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and fire a galaxy gun, because why not? So, how much time will this research actually take? A little over 2 minutes, so yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. somehow we're actually still fighting here, and somehow we still have ships, so... I'll pull back what survivors that we have. There's no real reason not to.
Star Destroyer
We have an Imperial Star Destroyer named the Lusankia. That feels sacrilegious somehow. The Lusankia was an awe-inspiring piece of technology and one of the most famous Executor-class Superstar Destroyers ever constructed. It was not a basic Imperial 2. Whatever. Well, that's dying in fairly short order. I told you to jump.
Understood.
Jump out, damn you. Okay, so... we saved a few sub-capitals. That's cool. Well, well. Look what we have here. Destroy planet. Which has a 20-minute cooldown. But, it is a thing that we can do. And we're basically going to say, screw you one last time. The Lusankia can occupy the fleet. And we're going to dispatch a few ships over there. Fire. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Bye-bye. Oh my god, that was satisfying. Oh, yep, that was fun. That was way too much fun. Alright, folks. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of Imperial might. And even if the New Republic scum maybe wipe us out, they will not forget this battle in a hurry. We have destroyed the planet of New Huerca, and if they leave us alone for 20 minutes, then we can wipe out the rest of them. It'll be great. But, yep. So, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all the usual stuff. If there are any mods or indeed other games you'd like me to take a look at, I can't promise that I'll have them. But, I do have stuff on my list, like I do plan to look at Galactic Civilizations. I'm thinking of 3, but I do actually own 2 as well. There is Supreme Commander on the radar, and there will probably be, at some point if I can dig my copy out, Star Wars Empire at War, because that is a lovely game. But yeah, any other Sins mods, even if you'd just like to take a look at the Sins base game, let me know. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, stay safe.